Today, we're going to follow Cameron as he attempts to ditch his grocery list and use mPower to buy groceries. Like most shoppers, Cameron has a household that needs items daily, weekly, as well as the occasional treat. Shopping online with mPower will allow him to subscribe to products with different delivery dates. These are also referred to as varying billing frequencies by mPower. It'll also allow him to make one-time purchases of treats. And the best part is, he'll be able to do this in all one transaction. So let's see how he does it. So Cameron is here in the demo store with his grocery list ready. He begins his shopping with the must-have items first. He starts with milk. He selects that. Once in the milk product page, Cameron is presented with the item price and whether or not it is in stock. Below, he has a few buying options he needs to select. Milk comes in two different product sizes, 1 gallon and 1/2 gallon. Cameron prefers a smaller size more often and chooses the 1/2 gallon. Below the product size is the billing frequency options. Cameron can choose to purchase this as a one-time purchase or subscribe to this product. He also has some options for the billing frequencies, which is how often he wants it delivered. Cameron's household enjoys their milk daily and prefers it to be as fresh as possible. Cameron selects daily billing. Next, Cameron can choose a specific date to start his billing if he'd like. It looks like it's set to begin on Monday of the upcoming week, and that works perfect. Lastly, he has the quantity, which he has set as 1 item. With everything set up, Cameron chooses to subscribe to the product. In the top left corner, Cameron gets a notification letting him know it is now in his shopping cart. With this all set, Cameron clicks the grocery section to continue his shopping. Next, Cameron moves on to his next high-use item, eggs. He selects them. The eggs only come in one size. As a result, the buying options for a subscription order or a one-time purchase are the only options for him to select. Cameron would like to subscribe to the item. The merchant has set the default purchase as a daily subscription order or delivered daily. However, Cameron doesn't need the eggs quite that often and chooses weekly from the billing frequencies options. He would also like to get 2 dozen eggs, so he chooses that. Once he's happy with the subscription and quantity settings, he chooses to subscribe. Next, Cameron chooses another must-have item in his home, French bread. However, he'd like to set the billing frequency for this item to every 10 days. He leaves the quantity at 1, and with this all set, he chooses to subscribe. Cameron continues his shopping. So with all his essential items taken care of, it's time to look at the treats. He finds the Stella Red Reserve wine, which he loves. He decides it'd be nice to get a bottle of this every week. He sets the billing frequency to weekly, and with this set, he chooses to subscribe. So back to shopping, and now he's found a new item, the Habanero Red Wine. He selects it to give it a try. Now since Cameron has never tried this item before, he thinks he's better off making a one-time purchase to try it out. He leaves the quantity at 1 and selects the Add to Cart button. So he goes back to shopping, and with everything set, he's about to check out. He scans over one last time. However, the cookies have caught his eye now. He's a bit hungry and makes a snap judgment to subscribe to the cookie. This time, he does this by simply selecting the subscribe button here on the grocery page. So with all his shopping done and more, Cameron proceeds to check out. In the upper right, Cameron has a quick view window that he can scroll through to review his order. If he wants to see more in-depth details, he can click the View and Edit button below. Once in the order detail page, Cameron can see all of his purchases separated by the various subscription and purchase types. The one-time, daily, weekly, and 10-day purchases are all nicely grouped. Under one-time purchases, he finds the Habanero Red Wine. Under daily subscription, Cameron finds the milk. Notice that Cameron can make edits to the quantity as well as the billing frequency on this page. If he wanted to change from daily to weekly, he could choose the options menu found here. Next, he finds the cookies under the daily subscriptions. Since Cameron chose the subscription button on the grocery page, it automatically applied the default setting, which is daily. So Cameron is beginning to think he may have been too impulsive and changes the subscription to one-time purchase. Next, under weekly subscriptions, we find the eggs. Again, Cameron is reconsidering his order and changes the quantity from 2 to 1 dozen eggs. The other weekly order is a Stella Rosa red wine. Cameron leaves that as is. Lastly, under 10-day purchases, we find the French bread. Cameron is happy with that, so he leaves this alone as well. With his review and edits complete, Cameron selects Update Shopping Cart, found here on the bottom right. Once his shopping cart refreshes, the order summary panel in the upper right will give him the newly updated price. Cameron does one final check and selects the Proceed to Checkout button. Finally, Cameron fills out his shopping info and payment information. His order summary is now nicely presented in the right for him to review, just in case he's forgotten something. With all his info set, Cameron places his order. With his shopping done, Cameron finds himself on the thank you page. He can see a brief list of his order number and subscription profile. He clicks the order number to view the detailed listing or receipt of his order. Here, Cameron can see his order is processing. This looks perfect. So another plus is the entire order is billed as one transaction, even for all these varying subscriptions and one-time purchases. With his shopping done, Cameron is ready to grab a coffee and make plans for all the extra time he just freed up now that much of his grocery list is set up as subscription orders. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. Click the subscribe button to show us your appreciation, and don't forget to click the bell to get notified of other PowerSync videos in the future.